Okay, hello everyone. Back again with me this video, and today we are going to discuss CCNA practice question. We will learn switching, routing, ACL, NAT, and SRP. I will explain why the answer are correct or incorrect in a very simple way, and let's get started. And this chapter 1, switching, and question 1, what is the primary function of a VLAN? Option A, increase the physical bandwidth of the network. B, logically defeat a broadcast domain. C, completely replace the function of router. And D, speed up the hardware switching process. And correct answer B. Why it's correct? Why it's correct? A VLAN virtual local area network isolates network traffic by creating smaller logical broadcast domain. This improves security and network performance. And why other are wrong? Option A is wrong because VLAN do not change the physical speed of cable, and C is wrong because you still need a router or layer switch for different VLAN to talk to each other, and D is wrong because hardware switching speed is determined by internal chip ASIC and not VLAN. Okay, next question 2 is question 2. Which EAA standard protocol is used for VLAN tagging on a trunk port? Option A VTP, B DTP, C IT 302.1Q, and D STP. And correct answer C. Why it's correct? EAA 802.1Q is the industry standard protocol that's attached to the Ethernet frame, so which know which from belong to which VLAN. And why other are wrong? VTP is used to synchronize the VLAN database across switch, and B or DTP is used to automatically negotiate a trunk link, and D is used to prevent loops at layer 2. Okay, next. Okay, next. Question 3. Inside a single spanning tree protocol or STP domain, how many root bridges are allowed? Option A 1, B 2, C depend on the number of switch, D none. Correct answer A. Why it's correct? STP like exactly one root bridge per network, the network domain to act as the central reference point for the topology. And why other are wrong? B and C, B and C are wrong because multiple root bridge mean the network is misconfigured. And D, it's wrong because without a root bridge, STP cannot work and loop will assure. Okay, next question 4. What is the main difference between a layer 2 switch and a layer 3 switch? Option A, layer 3 switch is cheaper. B, layer 3 switch can perform inter-VLAN routing. Layer 2 switch support the BGP protocol. And D, there is no difference. Correct. B. Why it's correct? Layer 3 switch has routing capabilities, allowing it to route traffic between different VLAN using IP address. And why other are wrong? A is wrong because layer 3 switches are more expensive, and C is wrong because BGP uh, is an advanced routing protocol not supported by layer 2 switch. And D is wrong because they operate at different layer of the hosting model. Hosting model. The next question 5. Question 5. What is the function of the port security feature on switch? Option A, increases port speed. B, limit the number of MAC address allowed to connect. C, save switch electricity. And D, encrypts data. Correct answer B. Why it's correct? Port security restrict access to a switch port by limiting the number of allowed MAC address, preventing attack like MAC flooding. And why other wrong? A is wrong because port speed depend on hardware, and C is wrong because power saving use feature like energy efficient Ethernet. And D is wrong because port security doesn't encrypt data. Okay, and next, this chapter 2, routing OSPF and ERGP. Okay, next question. What metric does OSPF use to determine the best path? Option A, hop count. B, cost. C, bandwidth only. D, delay. And correct answer B. What is correct? OSPF use cost as its metric calculated by the formula cost is 10 angkat 8 or bandwidth angkat 8 or bandwidth bed with the lowest cost is possible. And why is order wrong? A is the metric for RIP. C is wrong because raw bandwidth is not the metric itself. It is only used to calculate the cost. And D is the metric used by ARGP. Next question. Area 0 in OSPF is also known as what? Option A. Stub area. B. Backbone area. C. Transit area. D. Default area. Correct answer B. Why it's correct? Area 0 is the backbone area in SPF. All other area must connect to area 0 to share routing information. And why other wrong? A. Stub area is special area that block external router. C and D are not official term for area 0. Okay, next. And how is how is the router ID on SPF determined by priority? Option A. Highest loopback IP. B. Highest physical interface IP. C. MAC address. D. Hostname. Correct A. Why it's correct? The priority order for OSPF router ID is 1. Manual configuration and highest loopback IP and 3. Highest physical interface IP. And why order wrong? B is chosen only if there is no loopback IP configured. C and D are never used to determine the OSPF router ID. Okay, next question. What is meant by a visible successor in ERGP? Option A. Primary route. B. Load-free backup route. C. Route with the highest metric. D. Route that is currently down. Correct answer B. Because a visible successor is a backup router that meets the visibility condition. Advertised distance, visible distance, which guarantees it is loop free. And why other wrong? A is called the successor. B, C is wrong because RGB prefers the lows. And D is wrong because backup route must be active and valid. And question 10. RGB run directly on top of the IP protocol using which protocol number? Option A 70, B 88, C 89, D 179, and correct answer D. Why is correct? RGB packet are sent directly over using protocol number 58, and why other wrong? A 70 is for UDP, C 89 is for OSPF, D 179 is the TCP port number for BGP. Okay, next, chapter 3, access list. Question: what is the number range used for a standard ACL? A 1 to 99 and 1300 to 1999, and C 2000 to 2659, and D 1 to 100. And correct answer A. Why it's correct? Cisco EOS reserves the range 1 to 99 and 100 1300 to 1999 for standard ACL, which filter traffic based only on the short IP. And why others are wrong? B is the range for extended ACL, C is for expand extended ACL, D is too broad and incorrect. Okay, and next, question. By default, what statement exists at the end of every ACL? Option A, permit any, B, any, C, log all, D, redirect. Correct answer B. Y is correct. Every ACL has a invisible implicit deletion at the very end. If traffic does not match any rule above it is dropped. And Y is correct and Y other are wrong. A is wrong, you must manually configure permit any if you want to allow other traffic. C and D do not exist as visible ending roads. Okay, and next. What is the wildcard mask for the subnet mask 255.255.255.0? A 0.0.0.0, B 0.0.0.255, C 255.255.255.0, D 255.255.255. Correct answer B. Why it's correct? Wildcard mask is the first of subnet mask starting 255.255.255.0 from 255.255.255.255 gives you 0.0.0.255. And why other are wrong? A is used to match a single host, and C is the subnet mask itself, not the card. D is used to match any IP address. And next, where is the best place to position an extended ACL? Option, close the destination. B, close the source. And C, in the middle of the network. D, only on the firewall. And correct answer B. When it's correct, extended ACL should be placed close the source to drop unwanted traffic immediately, saving network bandwidth. And why other wrong? A is wrong because placing it close to destination fastest network resource. Standard ACL are applied close to the destination. C and D are inefficient network design option. Okay, next. What is the advantage of using a name ACL compared to a number ACL? Option A, process faster by the router. B, ability to delete or edit specific line. C, automatically support IPv6. D, does not need to apply to an interface. Correct? Answer B. Why it's correct? Name ACL allow you to selectively insert or delete specific line of rules without deleting the entire list. And why other are wrong? A is wrong because both are processed at the same speed by hardware. C is wrong because IPv6 requires a specific command format. D is wrong because ACL must be apply to an interface to work. Okay, next, chapter 4, the SNAP network address range translation. Question: what is the primary function of NAT? Option A, encryption data. B, translate private IP to public IP. C, compress data. D, load balance. Correct answer B. Why is correct? NAT translates internal private IP address into public IP address, so local device can access it. Okay, and next question: what type of NAT allow multiple private IP as to use a single public IP with different port? Option A, static NAT. B, dynamic NAT. C, path port address selection. D, twice NAT. Correct C. Why it's correct? Path, also called NAT overload, use unique source port number to allow multiple private devices to share a single public IP. Next question: which of the following is not part of the RFC 1090, 1900, 1989, and 80? Option A, 10.0.00/8. B, 172.63.0.0/12. C, 192.168.0.0/60. D, 169.254.0.0/90/60. And answer, a correct answer D. Why is correct? The address range 169.254.0.0/60 is used for Apipa link local, not standard private address. And event is RFC 1000, 1980. And why other are wrong? Option A, B, C are the exact three private IP address and given by RFC for internal local network. Okay, next, which Cisco EOS command correctly enable NAT overload on an outside interface? Option A, IP NAT inside source list 1 interface G0/0 overload. B, NAT overload enable. C, IP NAT static overload. D, NAT full overload. Correct answer A. Why it's correct? This is the correct Cisco command syntax that map traffic matching an ACL to outbound interface with the keyword. And why other are wrong? B, C, and D are completely wrong command and do not exist in Cisco EOS syntax. Okay, and last, what is meant by the term inside local address? Option A, destination public IP. B, the real private IP of a device inside the network. C, the translate public IP. And D, router management. Correct answer B. Why it's correct in that terminology? The inside local address is the actual private IP address assigned to a host device inside the local network. and why other are wrong is called the outside global address. C is called the inside global address, and D has nothing to do with standard term. Okay, okay, that's all for today's discussion. I hope this video helped you understand the concept easy. Don't forget like and thank you for watching and see you in the next video.